A donut that tells the time, a Nutella candle, and a notebook hidden in a sweet treat? Watch our new video to find out how to turn regular objects into yummy desserts. Stephanie's sweet tooth can't be stopped. She can't imagine going one day without eating cookies, chocolate, and candy. And her friend Ramona is convinced that sweets are pure evil. That much sugar is bad for you. You should eat healthy instead. No way! Stephanie decided to prank her friend. Not everything that's sugary is evil. Like this jar of Nutella. Try it! Break up white candles. Remove the wick. Add a brown crayon and cocoa powder. Melt the mix in a microwave. Pour it into an empty Nutella container. Insert the wick and gradually pour in the rest of the mixture. Ramona is pretty surprised. I guess this Nutella brings warmth and light, not a sugar high. And it smells like chocolate too. Now Stephanie is hiding so she can eat cake in peace. Ramona doesn't even know what to do. She'll have to call her friend Fairy for help. And Fairy's already here. She's always ready to help anyone with a sugar addiction. Just a second, and Steph's sponge cake turns into a sponge case. Paint the outside of a rectangular piece of foam rubber with light brown rubber paint. Paint the inside pink. Attach a piece of Velcro on one side. Roll it up and attach a second piece of Velcro when it's rolled into a tube. Attach a strip of a foam rubber sheet to the middle. Make loops for brushes. Insert paint brushes and roll the case back up. Use white acrylic paint to draw pastry cream. Create chocolate glaze using hot glue. Color it with acrylic paint. Foam rubber isn't the best snack. Stephanie had no idea that this was all Fairy's doing. Her Swiss roll cake turned out to have a paintbrush filling. How cute! Finally, Stephanie stops chewing and starts making art with her friend instead. But Fairy keeps up her magical transformations. Whoosh! And instead of drawings of cupcakes, all of a sudden, there are real Crayola cupcakes on the table. Melt some crayons in a microwave. Fill a silicone cupcake mold with melted crayons. Melt red crayons to make cherries. Yellow, pink, and blue ones will make icing. Fill the whole cupcake mold with the brown melted wax. Remove the finished crayons. How unexpected! Stephanie's eaten a lot of cupcakes in her life, but she's never tried drawing with them. This must be a new technique in visual art. It's called art cakes. Poor Stephanie doesn't even know what to do with herself. Now she's seeing pastries everywhere. Like even this alarm clock looks like a donut to her. Trim a round sponge with scissors. Cut a hole through it, matching the size of a small clock. Make donut glaze out of light clay. And use more light clay and a foam rubber sheet to make sprinkles. Decorate the donut. Insert the clock. Stephanie starts reaching for the donut, but it's not an illusion. There's a clock ticking inside. Fairy really tried her hardest. This donut is much more sweet than alarming. It always says it's time for dessert. Ramona shows Fairy her sweet wish list. She doesn't want chocolate or candies, just some good lip balm. Fairy quickly whisks her up a mini pint of Baskin Robbins. Melt colorless lip balm in a microwave. Add a drop of pink food coloring. Fill a small round container with the balm. And attach a small printed out Baskin Robbins label. How cute! But Ramona asked for some lip balm, not some ice cream. Open it and see! It's super soft lip balm for your delicate lips. Fairies love making sweet wishes come true. The era of sweets is over. Stephanie is starting a new diet, but Ramona wants to test her friend's willpower and asks Fairy to turn thumbtacks into candies. Easy! Make round candies out of light clay. Glue them onto thumbtacks. Let the clay dry. Draw the M&M's logo with white acrylic paint and coat them with clear nail polish. Now Ramona has a whole box of pointy M&Ms. Perfect! She quickly swaps them out for her friends. My goodness, candy really follows Stephanie everywhere. But not even these tiny M&Ms can make her break. Just because I'm on a diet doesn't mean I don't get hungry. Stephanie has turned the whole kitchen upside down looking for food. There's nothing here! But finally, she has a stroke of luck. There are delicious waffles waiting for her in the cupboard. Stephanie couldn't be happier, but there was actually a notebook hidden inside the waffles. Trace a circle around a notebook on cardboard. Cut it out. Use hot glue to make thick strips, making a waffle texture. Color the surface a warm brown color. Glue the notebook onto the waffle. Cover the top with another stack of waffles. Make drips of chocolate sauce out of hot glue. Color them with acrylic paint. Decorate the waffles with plastic cherries. What a shame! Stephanie was looking forward to eating these. It's all her friend's fault. Ramona slipped her this notebook instead of a dessert. Ramona writes her to-do list in the sweet notebook. Fairy peeks into her kitchen again. Turns out the waffle notebook was her idea too. How interesting! What else can you do? How about transforming regular things into sweets? Like this boring cactus. Could you? Of course! Trace a plastic cup on a sponge. Cut out the circle. Insert a skewer into the sponge and insert it into the cup. Cut small cylinders of Styrofoam and cut a smaller piece at an angle. Connect the Styrofoam cylinders with a toothpick. Trim the edges to make it look like a cactus. Color it with acrylic paint. Wrap it with light clay. Make it look like drips of ice cream. Paint a waffle design with acrylic paint. Fit the waffle cactus onto the skewer. Cut colorful sprinkles out of a foam rubber sheet. Cover the clay ice cream with white glue and shower it with sprinkles. Finally, add decorative mini donuts and a cherry on top. My goodness, a sweet cactus? I've never seen anything like this before. It looks fragile. How about a pin container? Can you turn it into something more interesting? You know it! It'll turn it into a cup of cocoa. Write "I love cocoa" on a paper cup. Go over the design with acrylic paint. Cut a circle the size of the cup out of a makeup sponge. Paint it the color of cocoa. Make marshmallows out of light clay. Attach them onto the pins. Put the sponge into the cup and poke the pins into it. Whoa, that's real magic! Pins have never looked this yummy before. I wonder where Stephanie is. She's still mad at her friend. We should fix that. Fairy baked a special makeup pie out of a jewelry box. Take a metal box and use hot glue to make a jam-like texture on top. Coat it with acrylic paint. Roll out light clay the color of baked pastry. Cut it into strips and weave the strips together like a pie crust. Attach them to the lid of the box. Trim the excess. Cover the sides with more strips of clay. And Fairy baked a surprise filling into the cake. Candies! Ramona, go be with your friend and give her this pie. Stephanie's mad at the whole world. And especially at her friend. Come on, don't pout. Please accept this humble pie as a peace offering. Stephanie forgot all about her problems. I forgive you. Stephanie wants to give her something in return. Fairy comes to the rescue again with an unusual pastry. Trace a round mirror on Styrofoam. Cut out 2 circles, one bigger, one smaller. Glue the pieces onto the mirror. Coat everything with acrylic paint. Paint the mirror the color of a dark chocolate cake and the Styrofoam pink and lavender souffle. Cover the top with a layer of tinfoil. Use hot glue to make glaze. Color it white and paint chocolate syrup on top. Decorate the pastry with a decorative chocolate square and artificial berries. What a cute pastry! It's nutritious and delicious and beautiful, just like my friend. Fairy, thank you so much for all your gifts! Did you like our sweet ideas? Then write in the comments about which ordinary item you'd like to turn into a yummy dessert. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and click on the bell so you don't miss new sweet recipes from Troom.